It's Monday. I've been here 1 week, and it's basically been raining every day, including today. So I've given up on any hope this weather's going to clear anytime soon. Yesterday I walked around the subway and the Vauxhall, went out to Hydro Park, learned where some of the subway entrances are on the red line. But today I'm going to go to the train station and try to get a ticket to Lvov for tonight, the 4 o'clock train, and depending on how that goes, I may take the train from Lvov to Odessa, and then Odessa back to Kiev. At least I'll be inside of a train while it's raining and can see some of the countryside go by. The place, from what I've seen so far, is flat. It looks sort of like Michigan. I managed to get to the Caves monastery on Saturday, I think it was. Did some filming there, got into both of the caves, even got into the Orthodox section when no one was looking. So I would like to do some street photography, but it's been very hard to get the camera out in this driving rain. And what I'd like to do is just put the still camera around my neck and just go out and snap pictures. But you gotta have decent weather, at least not rainy weather, because the lens gets wet. But since it's Monday and I'm here for another week, I thought it might be time to strike out of Kiev, which I've pretty much done all of. I've done all the major tourist attractions. I went back to St. Vladimir's last night, thinking there might be a mass at 7, but there wasn't. Went down to Krchnatik, and really learning the subway system now fairly well. It was actually, I walked up to Sofia again, but that was not lit at night, and it was raining as usual. So I came back here, went back to Mandarin, picked up some pitahis, which I boiled and ate half last night and half this morning, and a couple bottles of Baltica, one sitting on the table counter there. I didn't even finish it. And some of this raunchy instant coffee. I have some pasta sitting over there, which I'll eat when I get back. When I leave today, Monday, the second Monday I'm here, I could be gone till Wednesday in theory. What I'd like to do is somehow or another finagle a ticket on the Lvov train at 4 o'clock one way. Then that gets me into Lvov at 6 in the morning. Basically do that whole thing. If it's a wonderful place, I might get a room there and just come back to Kiev. If I can do it all in one day and I don't really need a room, I might take the night train, if there is one. There usually is, the night train to Odessa, In other words, sleep on the train 2 nights, and then do Odessa, and then try to get the night train back to Kiev. Or if I can do Odessa in just half a day, I just take any train back to Kiev. I can arrive back in Kiev at any time because I'm walking distance from the train station to my apartment, which essentially will be sitting empty for 2 days. So I'm going to sort of start playing it by ear here for the next couple of days, and that brings the trip to a whole nother level. That's what I'm going to wear on the trip. I'm not taking any changes of clothes. I'm leaving that black bag in the closet. That's the big bag. And all I'm going to travel with is that little red knapsack that'll have my essentials, basic toiletries, my CD disc player so I can listen to music, and really nothing else other than what I need to survive on the train for 12 hours. It's an overnight trip, so that should be interesting. They say that there's not much scenery, but that the real action is on the train, and we'll see what that all involves. There's very little in the way of English speaking around here, and almost no accommodation for English speaking. The train station has one sign that has the track and the train written in English, but that's even in just the headings, not the... Well, actually it does change to English on occasion. On one, particularly in the South Terminal, which is the newer terminal, it seems to have more modern equipment. The old Vauxhall that you see from the street coming in is just sort of an old Soviet style grand hall sort of train station. Then you walk across the tracks on the overpass, which is really where you board the trains, an interior situation there. And then when you get to the South Station, that's actually more modern. So that's the game plan, taking it to a whole new level here. Here's my 6-liter water bottle, which I go through pretty fast, and an unfinished Baltica. Although Baltica is not really the beer of choice around here, it seems to be Obolon. If you say Obolon, they don't know what you're talking about. You gotta say Obolon. So, that's the story so far.